Hello and welcome. My name is TyrionLanstr. Folks, something that was in the last update that you may not have noticed is that there's a new Seven's Treasure shop. Now, Seven's Treasure, I think we usually kind of have in our head what that means, but this is a new shop. It has these special coded band tokens that you get in it. So how exactly does it work? What is going on? Basically, this is a redemption option for extra commander awakening tokens that you have. If you think about it, if you have too many commander tokens for a certain commander and you're not going to use them, then this is a great way to exchange them and get something out of it. So I'm going to go through and explain, starting at the bottom down here. So any of the kind of free-to-play commanders, if you have extra of their awakening tokens, then you can convert it for 5 of the coded bands. Now, I think one that a lot of people might have, if you're not a Bowcastle, is probably Kravis. So Kravis, if you recall, a lot of people got a full slate of all the awakening tokens you could ever need for Kravis to get him fully awakened. But if you didn't choose to do that, you may have some extra Kravis tokens lying around. So if you're like me, I had a bunch of extra Kravis tokens. I had 320, so I went ahead and just exchanged them here for those 5 coded bands each. And that's why I have a bunch right now. I also exchanged a few others that I'll show in a second. So the other ones that I made the exchange for, so I had a few extra Andrea and a few extra Raymond tokens. I think this is from when their wheel was initially released, and I just got a few extra random ones that way. There may have been a few other random times that I got a few of their tokens, but I'm not planning on leveling them up anymore. It's probably just a waste of the books, so I wasn't going to, so I decided why not to trade them all in for some more coded bands. Now, once you've decided which you want to trade in, and again, I think a lot of people that maybe have it already maxed, if you have a bunch of extra, say, like Hector tokens, I think you can trade his in, right here. Like, I have a bunch, but I'm still trying to level up Hector to 4-star, but if I had already and I had a bunch of extras, maybe I would use that for this purpose. Similarly, for like TyrionLanstr, if you did have a bunch of extras of his, or Simon Blackmire, those are commanders where you might be trading them in. Maybe even Sabrina, it just depends. For all of them, for me, I'm trying to level them up and fully awaken them still, so I'm not going to trade them in. So once you have your coded bands, what exactly are you going to do with them? Well, if you go back up to the top, then you can see all the things you can trade them in for. So I'm going to admit, these are not like getting as much bang for your buck as these awakening tokens actually cost. I think I would only do this if you know you're not going to actually awaken the commander that you are trading them in for. I kind of think I might end up regretting not doing Andrea, but I just don't really ever see a lineup where I would use her. So I kind of just made the decision to do it, but maybe it was a mistake. Who knows? Basically, the things you can trade in for. So I have, again, 2,000 of these coded bands. I could get 2 SS troop medals. I could get, a few Shadow Essence, which is hilarious because I have way too much Shadow Essence and I don't need, but they cost a whopping 400 coded bands each, which I don't fully understand why it's that expensive. You can also get some of the Marks of the True Dragon. You can get some Reforged ores, but they're also very expensive. You can get some Friendship Chests, which are insane. I think probably the best value in this are the Ancient Scriptures, which you can get for 70 each. Just as a price thing, this is 1,000 blue diamonds to get. I think that these are about 40, or 400, sorry, so these are a little bit better than the research notes. And the friendship chests you can get for like 1,500 in the VIP shop, so I don't know why it's so much more than 70. Again, I think that, getting 1 Mark of the True Dragon for 40, does not seem to be worth what 2 Ancient Scriptures would be. They're not worth, whatever, 500 blue diamonds each. Same thing with the Blessing Stones. You can convert basically 10 Marks of the True Dragon for 10 Blessing Stones. That's like the ratio for them. It's 1-to-1. So I don't know why these are 4 times as much as the Blessing Stones. Again, in general, I've got this. I'm going to go ahead and just spend them all on my Ancient Scriptures. There's nothing else here that I would want to get. So I'm going to go ahead and spend that. Again, I would only do this if you're going to... If you do not have anything else you're going to use for those commanders, then I would recommend doing this. it's nice that they're giving us more kind of exchange shops. I think there are other exchanges that I would rather them do, particularly one for Shadow Essence, or for the regular Fiery Essence. I have way too much of that. Commander Experience, or Lord Experience, I should say. All that stuff. Like, I'd love to get rid of some of that, but in the meantime, I'll always never complain about an exchange shop where I'm getting some of the bad stuff that I don't want and able to get some good, interesting stuff instead. And look, Ancient Scriptures are great. I'm really close to getting my Tier 5s, and that's always a nice thing to have. And even if you already have Tier 5s, hopefully you can go ahead and get some Reforge ores. It is pretty expensive, but, some is better than none. So anyway, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this one and understanding what is in this new Sevens Treasure shop. Definitely an interesting one, but I'll always be happy for a new exchange. Just note that, again, it's 5 each for the free-to-play commanders, 60 each for the paid commanders, and then if you get to the top commanders, then it goes up to 120. So I don't really imagine many people are going to be making these exchanges if you have a top commander token, but who knows? Maybe that's the boat you're in and you have some extras. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, my name is TyrionLanstr. I'll see you then.